All right. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm saying that again because sometimes when you start a video, you miss the first couple of seconds, and I didn't want to cut that part out. So, yeah, as usual, on my way to Mao's, my way to work, and I thought I'd just say a couple of things regarding where we're at. So, yeah, the War Chronicles. So, we're still waiting. We're still waiting. We're still in that waiting moment. You know, how long did it take for Ukraine? You have to wonder how long. There was talks, there was threats, there was the looming moments of the first attacks that nobody knew when they were going to come. And then, behold, one morning, suddenly you turn on the news and Russia is starting to bomb the Ukraine. And to bomb Ukraine. And you didn't have any indication of it happening. You just knew it was on the way. So this whole 2000 missile threat, we know it's on the way. Somebody said something, and I think it's accurate to say that you don't really know how many of them will actually make it here. You know, how many will fall on the way? How many will break apart because they tend to? And then take into account how many we blow out of the sky. But there's a difference between having 300, 400 missiles, 50, and we saw that, interestingly, 400 missiles, 500 missiles didn't really get to do much, but then you have a smaller number like 40 or 50 and you got some very devastating direct hits the last time this happened. So you have to wonder. But yeah, we're waiting for that. Of course we are. Any given time, we don't know. There's been some hints towards the end of this month, into the beginning of December, maybe halfway through December, I don't know. I cannot tell you, but we have grown accustomed to be able to sense these things in the air where we're at. It's kind of like being a dog. Okay, go with me here. It's kind of like being a dog or an animal. Animals tend to sense weather before it gets there. They already, if they were to communicate with us, they would already know when rain is coming, when thunderstorms are coming, when it's gonna get cold. So we kind of developed an extra sense where we can sort of sense that something is on the way. So I guess this is where we are at. We're in that place of sensing. You know, before October 7th, 2023, it was 2 weeks before that. I didn't know, and some of us didn't know or didn't research that people were seeing on the border of Gaza, they were seeing things happen that raised questions and red flags. But we could sense that something was on the way. We just didn't know what. It just felt like something was in the air and something was coming. So, yeah. That's where we are at. And at the same time, for those that know Yeshua, I believe we're in a season that we need to also be sensing and getting a hold of what opportunities God is bringing our way. And I'm speaking from personal standpoint. There is this whole thing of, well, no, I need to remain intimate with God. Yes, you do. But there is a place where people have taken to a place where when opportunity comes to their doorstep and certain things are handed to them, and it fits with things that they would have hoped for, desired for, prayed for, and suddenly it's there. That people would fall into the trap of going, well, it cannot be from God. This cannot be it. What's going to happen with the intimate place of my life with God if I take this thing? But could it be that that place of maintaining that intimate place with God is actually what brought the opportunity to your doorstep, and that He is actually out of that intimate place speaking to you, saying, you need to step into this, son, because I put this on your doorstep. And no, I'm not gonna, we're waiting for this thunder out of heaven, or a voice out of the clouds, and many times He is saying, this is part of your intimate walk with me. Walk into what I'm giving you. And far be it from us not to take what He gives us. So I'm learning this for myself. When something huge lays on your doorstep that you've been praying for and believing for and dreaming of, and it's been confirmed by people that it's coming, and you've been waiting for, say, a long time, and suddenly it shows up, I believe what we need to be careful is from the voice of deception that might want to tell us that it's a decoy, that it's false, it's fake, it's not the real thing, because there is so much better. And at the same time, we don't even know what is the so much better. And if it is going to get better, it might be wise that we actually take what's there, because that so much better will come out of what we step into now. So, I'm doing this in different areas of my life with people I'm running into and meeting, which I believe are by divine appointment. I normally keep my antennas out when I'm in a room full of people, because I always go saying, God, even if I feel like I'm out of place here, it doesn't make sense to me, this whole scenario I'm in. What is that key person that you're having me here for? And sometimes it might be one person or two people, and we exchange phone numbers, and something begins out of that wouldn't have unless I was in that place in that moment. And we need to be, sorry, I'm scratching my ear. We need to be sensitive to that intimate place with God where we are led by Him to these places. Because whether you're aware of it or not, you're taking Him with you. And a lot of times those moments where you find yourself in a room with people that you've never met, and something clicks and there is a divine appointment, it's because He was actually pointing you out to people, and He was actually pointing them out to you, and He was pointing you to them. The same way He is leading you to them, He was leading them to you. And so that's what I have to say today. So I'm doing this in regards to this movie that I'm making, 12 Days of War. I will just put this out there and be praying for me for this. I really believe that anybody that has seen a movie that grips you, whether it's the music or I really believe there is something on me to really bridge between documentaries and Hollywood movies, where when you watch a documentary, you watch it with the anticipation and with the gripping of your heart that would happen if you were to watch a Hollywood movie, say Marvel or something else, where you are at the edge of your seat. That I believe that there can be a bridge where that can happen with reality TV, with documentaries. I know some have done the bridging of the two before, or have attempted to, but I really feel that I'm supposed to be doing stuff like that. And with this movie that I'm making, I am attempting to do that, exactly that. So that it's not like, oh, okay, so okay, it's a documentary and you have interviews. You know, these are good. These are good. I'm not saying that they're not. Please don't hear me the wrong way here. But everybody, I'm sure, can agree that when you watch a movie, you watch it with a different part of your heart than you would watch a documentary. A documentary is more informative. You learn from it. It's the classroom mentality as far as how your brain functions during the documentary, and I really feel strongly it's time to bridge between the two. Between the part that wants to learn and the part that's moved in the emotions when you watch a moving picture, when you watch a movie. Whether it's through music, whether it's through the fact that what actors attempt to put on the screen, where it's acting, where acting is simply you're trying to, when somebody acts, he's really simply trying to portray the reality of the character he is acting. Well, here you would have the actor being the person who is actually feeling what the actor would be trying to portray or to create. And a lot of times the real tears and the real anger or the real fear or the real joy, when you try to act it out, there's times when if it doesn't come out of a real place, or the actor hasn't really entered that, if that person cannot become the person who he is acting, if you cannot copycat that in everything that is, then it doesn't feel right. In war movies, in just different kind of creativity out there, you can see if somebody is acting and he's not really angry, or you can see if somebody's acting and he's not really happy or sad or joyful or tearful. You can see if it's acting. And an actor who is a good actor will actually be able to tear up like it's his own story. With documentaries, the tears are real, the anger is real, the frustration is real, the happiness, the joy is real. In this one that I'm doing, 12 Days of War, Israelis' reactions to, or anybody's reactions there, are real reactions. They really react to what happened. It's not something that they have to act out. It's a real reaction. So I know sometimes it's hard to capture on camera somebody reacting to something. It's usually afterwards in an interview, or when they say, I was walking down the street and the missile or the bus or the car or the stabber or whatever thing that happened here missed me by within an inch of my life. I just escaped within an inch of my life. When somebody isn't acting that's as real as it gets. And it will take a good actor to try to recreate that. So, not much more to say, but yes, I really believe that there's a place to bridge between the two, between the documentaries and movies Hollywood type movies. So be praying for me for God's wisdom on how to do that and how to enter those doors when they show up. When God opens those doors, to know how exactly how to enter through them. So anyway, blessings to you all, and love you all, and we'll talk next time.